the Short-Term Rental Marketing Podcast.
I am Carl Vidal, and this is the Short-Term Rental Marketing Podcast, where from time to time I join this page in this group and essentially share some tips of our marketing secrets and how we deliver more revenue by a few subtle marketing techniques to help you maximize your profits. Today I am at one of my personal short-term rentals. This is the Plaza. This was designed about a year and a half ago, and this is one of our feature rooms in the Plaza. You can actually see pictures of it if you check out irviehomes.com. That's IRVIEHOMES.com, and you can see all of our short-term rentals there. Again, this is the Plaza. So today, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about is essentially how to design your short-term rental to be extraordinarily appealing in your marketing material. You've probably seen some of our past broadcasts and videos on how to take photos and how to take videography and make sure everything comes out perfect. But in order for those pictures and the video to come out perfect, first you are going to need to have a very photographic room, all right? So when I think about photos, one of the first things I think about is getting that perfect picture. And I design it in my head and then put it on paper and then make it happen in real life. So this was one of our designs. We've got 2 seating chairs, a coffee table in the middle, and then a couch that also serves as a pull-out couch. You can't quite see it in the video, but I can fit 2 additional heads in this room through the couch, okay? And then, of course, the wall behind me. Now, before, this was just a regular colored gray wall, nothing much to it. So we added some details. We spent some money knowing that this picture would be the marketing piece that people are drawn to when they book this rental, all right? So here we've got some wood. It is aged wood, or I forget what they call it, antique wood, and basically we bought this at Home Depot. I had a wonderful carpenter and friend of mine that does work like this, and he put this all together. All told, the wood piece of this wall cost me about $600-700 all in, okay? That's a huge outlay, right? Spending $700 is not the best thing to do for just a wall unless it's going to give you a very remarkable return, all right? Then next we have the television, all right? This is a 70-inch Vizio Smart TV. It connects to people's cell phones, whether it be a Google or an Apple phone. It has all the smart apps. They can watch Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus. Everything's on here, so if they want, they can go ahead and tune in just directly, or they can flip it up on their phone and streamcast their phone, okay? So with all that said, the TV, I think I bought it on Black Friday. It was about $600. The wall behind me was about $700, and then even the electrical outlets, we upgraded those to match the wall, and those were about $20 a piece, all right? So why would I spend all that money, right? That's a lot of money. I think altogether it was about $1,450, okay? Here's the secret. This house gets booked nonstop. People see the photos of this wall and they think, gosh, that is a beautiful place to stay, all right? And on this house, I essentially get about $15 per night more than had I just had the wall blank in a normal room. Even with the TV, it would not have had that same appeal of wow, right? So if you figure out $15 a night on an 80% occupancy, you're looking at almost $4,500 per year in extra income. So I spent $1,400 one time, and now I'm getting $4,500 a year in extra income because this property is so well booked, all right? This is how you take money, you put it into a room, and you make sure that you're going to get a higher return from it. Now, I also made a mistake in this house, and you can actually see it in the photos, although it's hard to photograph. I spent $2,000 on a redesigned stair rail. Now, this stair rail I had custom made, and the guy that made it is amazing. He does wonderful work, and he basically redid it. It's beautiful, stunning, right? The problem is, in real life it's gorgeous, but in the pictures it was almost impossible to photograph. It's a stair rail, and it's in the hallway, so there's not any really good angles to take a picture of this staircase. So I spent $2,000 on this staircase, and I essentially, maybe I get a couple people a year that book it because it adds to the appeal of the home. But personally, I don't think that staircase ever gave me my return on investment. I think I made a mistake. I should have spent that $2,000 in my personal home on the staircase there. My wife would have been happy, and we would have had a more gorgeous home. Now, maybe one day when I sell this home, I will get the return on investment for that staircase. But as far as the short-term rental, I put the money in the wrong spot. I essentially, it's hard to photograph, so people don't know it's there, even though when they get in the house, they're like, oh wow, look at that, right? So those are some of the things that I think about, all right? Just one last thing. I get asked this question constantly, and that is in regards to the televisions. And people ask, do you need a television in every single room of the house? Or at least the living room and all the bedrooms where people sleep. All right. I want you to think about this. The average American spends 4 hours of screen time a day. 4 hours. That includes television and their phone, right? If you don't have a television in every single room, people are going to be disappointed. You go to a hotel room. Have you ever checked into a hotel room that didn't have a TV? Yeah. Right? Not that great of an experience. I don't even think you can get a hotel room without a TV. It should be the same thing on your short-term rentals, all right? Make sure there's a TV in every room. Get smart TVs. They're so cheap. You can get, I think, 42-inch TVs for as little as about $200. It's not a huge investment, but it will bring you enormous returns by being able to book your property at a higher rate. All right, so I want to thank you guys for joining me. Again, this is the Short-Term Rental Marketing Podcast. I am Carl Vidal. I own Irvie Homes, and we're primarily in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and have expanded to a couple of markets, hopefully near you. So check us out, and if you don't subscribe to the Short-Term Rental Marketing Podcast yet, please do. We keep getting more and more subscribers every week. I think we're adding about 10 to 15 new subscribers a week. So we're very thankful for you, and we hope all this content is very helpful in helping you maximize your revenues. Have a good Sunday, and thank you.